What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Insights into a Soul, the podcast that nobody asked for, but here we are. Here it is. It's coming to you now. Doing something a little different today. We are doing a video podcast. Gonna give it a try. Never done it before. I'm gonna start posting on YouTube, and maybe from that I can come up with some clips or stuff like that. I don't know. Post on Instagram, stuff, TikTok, Tinder. No, I'm kidding about the Tinder thing. But yeah, it's been a while since you've recorded an episode. Life's been busy. Life's been crazy. It's been that way for everybody, right? So last time we talked, my divorce had just gotten finalized. So gosh, we're talking back in like beginning of March, and here we are, May. Life has been going on. Nothing major's changed. Still working from home. Still socially isolated and socially distanced. Am getting my COVID vaccine tomorrow, Monday, as the time of recording this. But yeah, I guess just like a lot of stuff's been going on in my mind right now. So that's kind of what I wanted to do a podcast about today. I just want to talk about change. You know, change. What is change? Change is the stuff that you find under your car seat and usually takes up that little cup holder, the thing next to the cup holder in your car. Not that kind of change. But just talk about life change. I mean, let's look at the past year, right? The past year, we all saw immense change, drastic change on a global level, on a social level, on a personal level, right? We all experienced change in some way. For me, it was, the separation, the divorce, a whole new dynamic for my life and my family. And with COVID and everything, just working from home now and being more socially isolated, my social circle has changed. I've had a lot of friends that have gotten jobs and moved away as well. So that's changed. And, you get to this point in your life where you kind of wonder, like, what do you want to do? Like, here I am. I just turned 38, creeping up on 40. I'm not old, not young. So you just start to think about what you want to do with your life. And so for me, I started streaming pretty heavily during COVID. And my streaming on Twitch took off, did well. I was getting quite a few subscribers and followers and viewers. And it's continued to grow steadily. But what I've decided to step back more on that and not focus on being the talent on screen or being the center of attention. Because I've always found that with what I do in the world of production and video and motion graphics and photography, that I enjoy seeing others grow and excel, right? I enjoy seeing others achieve success. And I would rather put myself into a position to where I can see others grow and help them. Take my experience. 18 years in production and in video. And so I'm shifting away from focusing on my streaming to focusing more on building this coaching, developing people to help them with their content creators, not just streamers, but content creators, helping them look at their brand, build a personal brand, grow, be strategic, and help them achieve the success that they want to achieve, whether it's building a brand, whether it's selling a product, whether, whatever it is. So if I'm working with businesses, brands, content creators, streamers, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, working with people. I've already got a couple people that I'm working with, helping them edit their YouTube content to build their channels. But yeah, that's the point. Like I don't necessarily want to just do anymore. I really want to help develop and teach and coach and train. So with that, I'm going to be launching a series here soon. I think I've got about 4 or 5 episodes written down. They're going to focus on content creation, coaching, but it's not going to be exclusive to content creators. If you are someone who just wants to develop yourself, just wants to develop, where you are at work, even your personal brand, your personal development, then that's what we're gonna focus on. So this series will be for you. We're going to talk about the ins and outs of streaming, of content creation, the struggle, the mental health side of it. Hustle versus grind. We're going to talk about one good quote that a friend of mine gave me the other day was that time does not equal effort. Effort does not equal time. So just because you're putting the time into something doesn't mean you're putting in the right effort or the proper effort. So we're going to dig into some stuff like that. But yeah, this was just a catch up episode for me. Just wanting to talk because I just kind of needed someone to talk to, and I feel like I don't really have a whole lot of people to talk to anymore. So you guys are my sounding board, are my journal, are my audience. Um, but yeah, I'm just in this position now where I'm trying to make some decisions around life, around kind of what I want to do, where I want to focus, and what we're gonna do next. I made the decision that I'm just gonna dig in at work and give 110%. But I'm also going to, outside of work, after work, look into other things that help fulfill me on a different level, on that creative level, on that coaching level, on that training level, and really try to dig in. I want to be more creative again. I want to get back to creating um, stories and telling stories. So I'm going to be working with a local guy who's in esports and work with another content creator, producer, and tell his story and kind of make a social doc that's going to go on YouTube, and we're going to follow his journey as he tries to become a pro gamer. So that should be fun. But it's just that. It's finding my passions again, finding things, getting some freelance work, doing some editing for people in motion graphics because I enjoy that. And with that, I created a new website the other day. It is Hurley Images, rebranding myself. So cool initials go to HI, hi. But I feature my photography, my video, and just kind of putting myself out there to see kind of what I can do and what I can collaborate on and kind of what I can get into in the future. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope things are going well. I hope everybody's staying safe. And I hope that, change is inevitable, right? The winds of change can't be stopped. And so with life, we go through phases, we go through cycles, we go through chapters. So, one chapter closed for me, and trying to figure out what that next chapter looks like and how to start writing that new chapter of my life. Maybe that's what you're doing too. Maybe, you've had some things close and you're closing some chapters and you're starting new ones. I hope that you can find the voice, the words, the direction to move in those chapters. I hope that you can move forward, move on, and I hope that you do it well. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that I can move in a new direction and grow myself and continue to grow and not get stagnant, not sit by idly, but do something. And not just for the sake of doing something, not just for the sake of being busy, because I think it's very easy for us to get busy, to get caught up in things. That was my problem. That was my challenge, really. I found that I was focusing on too many things. I was trying to fill the time, trying to fill the void by focusing on so much stuff. I was doing photography, I was doing video, I was doing my day job, I was doing streaming, I was doing content creation, I was doing, the whole grind of trying to post stuff regularly on social media and YouTube. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge to do things. And now there will be times when we grind, when we do things, when we have to push ourselves to do more, to achieve things. But at the same time, we have to understand there's that ebb and flow, there's that rest time. We need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. We need to make sure we're not stressing ourselves out too much. That when we push, we push. When it's time to slow down, we slow down. We take the time to rest. We take the time to focus and find the flow to our lives. And so that's my challenge to you this week. This week on Insights into Us All, my challenge to you is take inventory. Look at yourself. There's been a lot of change this past year for a lot of us. And change is continuing to happen. Maybe you're in the middle of a change right now. But take inventory, take some time and sit down and see if maybe there are some things that you're doing that you don't really need to be doing right now, that you don't need to focus on as heavily. Maybe you can shift some of that energy from some of the side things that you're just filler content. Maybe you can take some of that focus from that side stuff and push it towards your main content, push it towards your main stuff, so that you can focus more on those key pillar items that need the extra love, extra care, extra attention, so that you can do them extremely well. And once those get into a rhythm, once those, get kind of legs of their own and take off, then maybe you can shift back and do some of the side things. It's like for me, a passion of mine is art. I love drawing, but I don't want it to become a job. So it's one of those things where I step back on, I don't do as much. It was like my photography. I love photography, but I don't want portrait photography and stuff like that to be my job, my main thing. So I pulled back on that so that I could focus on things. My YouTube and streaming, I pulled back on the streaming side of things. I still stream, but it's more when I feel like it. I stream on the weekends. But I pulled back on some of that stuff so that I could put that energy and attention into helping other people create content, helping other people grow to new levels of success. I wrote this old letter to myself basically when I was trying to find my focus, when I was trying to figure things out. And so I decided that instead of doing several big things, I'm going to focus in on 3 things. So instead of doing my photography and trying to make that into something that pays and my freelance and this and that, I'm going to focus on 3 things: editing content for creators, content coaching, so helping those people, coaching them and finding some people that, want that help and need that help. And then podcasting. I'm going to get back into this podcast. I keep saying it, but this is really my focus, is focusing on my podcasting. And so aside from my day job, obviously putting in the effort there for my 9 to 5, but then after that, sit down in the evenings, editing my content for other people, coaching people, working on putting together the podcast series that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making some social content, some TikToks and Instagrams and YouTube videos along the lines of that. Because we got a lot of people asking, how do I make my stream look better? How do this? I don't want to do stream tips. I want to do more coaching stuff. Because people, you are your own brand. You are the commodity that you're selling. If you're a streamer, if you're a content creator, if you're creative, you're a photographer, you're a video creator, you make stationery, you make invitations, whatever you do, you're a podcaster. Whatever you do, you are the commodity. It's not so much what you're selling. There's a million other photographers out there. There's a million other streamers. There's a million other people making wedding invitations. But you got to find what sets you apart. You got to find your voice. And so that's what I want to do, is I want to help people find their voice, their brand, their message. Because once you figure out your voice, that's what you're going to sell. People, I tell streamers this, people can come to your stream all day long, but there's a million other people playing the same game that you're playing. What makes them want to stick around for you? And then what makes them want to come back time and time again to watch you? And that's what I'm trying to help people find is let's dig in and let's find out what you want to do, what you are, who you are, and help you achieve your goals and your dreams. And then podcasting, I think, fits into that. Insights into a Soul, as I said many times over, started as a personal journal to myself, for myself, to help me through a tough time. And now I think it's still that, like today, so sit down and talk through some stuff. But it's also going to be a coaching podcast, a training podcast, a development podcast. Like I said, I've got a list of topics. Hold on. Let me grab a journal. I do want to start my gaming podcast up again. I got to find some people that want to do that with me and figure out how to do that. But some of the stuff we're going to cover is, the stress of streaming, the stress of content creation. Because a lot of us that are trying to be streamers or content creators, we're doing it while working full-time jobs. So the stress that comes with that and the stress of performance, you realize that when you're on camera, you're on. It's you. You're live. You're on. So, just going over that thing, things won't always work out the way they seem, and then dealing with burnout, because it happens. Burnout's real. Then I've got the other stuff for the creative series, hustle versus grind, mental health in gaming, resting, empathy, and setting up healthy boundaries with your content creation and streaming, or just whatever you do. And then, looking at triggers and stuff like that. So we've got ideas, we've got topics, we've got things in the works. And now with me shifting my focus around, it's easier for me to be able to, in the evenings, just focus on this podcast, focus on content creation, focus on editing. There's not that stress of having to get ready for a stream and then be on stream for a few hours and do this and that. It's just sitting down, having dinner, editing. Once I get off work, it's just me and the cat, and just focusing in on my world and what really I enjoy. So yeah, that's my challenge to you. Take inventory of yourself. See if maybe you're trying to do 7 different things or more, and hone it down, focus it into a few different things, and let me know. Let me know if, what you're focusing in on. Let me know if you need help, and we will talk and we will help you. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everyone that's still downloading the podcast and listening. Thanks for everyone that's sharing. Hopefully this podcast has helped you in some way. And if it has, please let me know. Shoot me a message, insightsintoasoul@gmail.com. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. Let me know how it's helping you guys. And let me know what you would like to hear about. Let me know, maybe some of these topics resonate with you, or you have a topic that you'd like me to dig into. I've been doing this for 18 years, this world of production and content creation and marketing. So I would love to help you, give you advice, whatever it may be. Trying a video podcast for the first time. We'll see how this goes. I hate talking to the camera. I don't like being on camera, but here we are. Just like you didn't ask for the podcast, you didn't ask to see me on camera, but here we are. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, see you guys.